So this is Blood Red Blossoms, and thank you for bringing it to me.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, and so we have characters who are red hats, who are pilgrims who have given up their old way of life, and now they travel through the land, righting wrongs and probably irritating people, and confronting dangers and injustice, I guess. Well, in the rules, they say that when I state the beginning of the scenario, then you provide aspects to it back and forth to build it. But in the back it says if you don't have time, here are some things just to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 for me, and just do it.
Okay.
I have done it. So you should review what you can do with your fate, because I will not track it or suggest it. You just have to do it. And then also, in terms of, I think I am right when I say we don't track injury for you. I don't think that we use the blossoms to hurt you. Instead, we just have the outcomes.
We have scars.
Yes, but that's if you choose to take a scar.
Oh, okay.
So I'm talking about just ordinary injury, ordinary problems for failed rolls. So I can be quite brutal in my outcomes, and I have to tell you, if you fail, what it's like. But they encourage me to be very mean, because what I narrate, and if you roll that, yes, you know, if I cut off your leg, it's gone. So keep that in mind. This is a kind of it's not like Powered by the Apocalypse, where wounds to harm just kind of come and go and stuff. This is going to cut you down. So.
But I was reading. I know I can regain faith if I choose to fail in a role, describing how my traits or my scars makes me fail.
Right. In that circumstance, you probably aren't going to take much real harm unless you want to. Right. So it's kind of a nice fail, but you still fail. What's happening? So,
but I describe how.
Right. In that case, yes. Aside from that, I set the back and the up and down based on what you say, and also that you are doing, and also based on your various traits. They give a great example. A warrior is fighting an Oni demon, and if she has the trait Demon Slayer, then the outcome could include killing the demon and her surviving the attack even if she fails. But without that trait, even the best outcome for failing is pretty bad.
Yes.
So they do say something about different wounds. Can I check? I don't know why. I am feeling vicious, so I need to know all the damage. Yeah. Any negative consequences they had established, there's no graded scale of them.
Okay, here it says about our equipment, it says about our traits and skills. We may have some equipment, except other. I think I have some kind of kit about for exorcism.
Yes. Oh, you have what you have.
because I have the skill.
It's your trait.
Yes, of course.
So you have the gear.
But I may spend a fate point to say I have this item.
It's one of the things you can do. All right. Well, I think we are ready.
Yes, I think so.
And so we have come to the mountain shrine of Nokugo. Now, the mountain shrine of Nokugo is in a region that is considered culturally strange and primitive by everybody else. They don't think so, but everybody else does. And so there's creepy stories about the region. And after you have been up through the trails, through the mountains, the roads and trails, you can see why. There's a lot of hanging moss and things from the leaves of the trees, and there's also mountain passes that once you go through, it's going to be a lot of work to go back. So by the time you get to this cluster of villages that are built into the valleys and the hillsides, once you get there, you're pretty isolated. And one of the most important things for this whole, it's not just one village, it's all these different villages, this one mountain shrine. And so this is the dominant culture. So this is not the shrine of some weird local thing. This is the dominant Buddha culture. So it's kind of a traditional shrine compared to the legends and things. So I would like you to tell me a little bit about how you come to this place.
So we together.
Yeah, I think you should be.
I think we don't have horses because we're on mountain.
You are pilgrims.
But I think we have some kind of maybe a goat, kind of animal to bring my armor because I can.
That's right.
Go through.
You have a pack animal.
Yes, because with full armor I can go on the mountain. And I think I have here some kind of I don't know, the kind of Japanese paper with a prayer.
Yes.
Here to protect me, and if you want, you too have one.
Okay, so I think yes, I have one of them too. Is it possible that you did that?
Yes.
Okay.
To protect us from
exactly.
maybe a demon.
Exactly. Yes, you are wearing your spiritual protection today.
Spiritual.
You did a weird magical exorcist type thing to ward off the danger. Okay.
Maybe about the reason we are here, someone on the road, maybe low in the valley, told us that strange things are happening here. Is it possible?
Okay.
And because we are sworn pilgrims, we have at least to take a look.
Excellent. Well, I would like you to tell me about the things that you do socially. Because at this point, you will see that the people who live there have either been very busy with what you see them doing, clearly too busy to acknowledge you, or they have been a little bit shy and seem to find something to do inside or somewhere else when they see you. As pilgrims, somebody should have offered you a bowl of rice by now.
Okay, I think my dress and my way to talk with people. It's clear that I'm an aristocrat. So I'm a pilgrim, but maybe I was, I don't know, a warrior, samurai, or maybe only an aristocrat. And people can tell it because my dresses are maybe made with fine.
I'm going to suggest that even if you were wearing the roughest peasant shirt, they would take one look at you and know how you were born and raised. Anyway.
They know because everything I have is from someone rich with a tradition. Because maybe on my naginata I have a symbol from my past family.
Sure.
That maybe I try to erase it.
Okay.
But they can tell that was a symbol.
Sure. So what will you do?
Okay, I think I will ask them for some place to rest. But we'll offer them to do something for them
In exchange for food. In exchange for food.
I would say you give us food and a place to rest and we do something for you. What can we do?
First of all, the person that you address, the person responds like this. They couldn't find anybody else to so it says, be welcome to Lucca. Of course, pilgrims such as yourself are welcome. Please accept my humble house for your residence. You are welcome there. There's plenty of rice. It has been a good harvest. We are blessed here. Welcome. My unworthy self will be sure that you are attended to. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and then goes away.
So, Minato, I think the people here are acting a little strange. I think we are unwelcome here, despite their words.
I think there is really something I don't understand because I don't like very much the way they behave.
You know, but I'm naive.
That's right. You know, they act a little funny, and she's like, the peasants are about to kill us. Right. So,
wonderful.
Okay, so let's see
I'm
about.
quite offense.
Yes. Let's take a look at your options in the system, because there are fortune rolls and things when you're uncertain about stuff. So.
Okay. What is that?
I know, there are only 6 pages and the one you want is always on the bottom. Well, a fortune roll is not a trait, it's just one dot, no matter what. You don't have to look it up on your sheet. All you have to do, here it is. Right here. See? So there's nothing on your sheet. You just, this is it, right there.
Okay. I think this section, according to the rules, fortune rolls is a GM instrument. Am I right? Oh, wonderful!
Like this.
Like this.
Yes. Ready?
Only one roll.
I do. This is the only time I roll.
Yes, it's the only time the GM rolls.
So with a 3,
One, two, three. Very decent outcome.
Yes,
Barely decent.
for us.
This is the worst.
Yes.
So, yes, you are in a very basic and they do the least they can. So the man's wife serves some bowls of rice and points to where the water jug is, just water in a pitcher, and leaves. And other people are they know you're here, and they might look from the road, and they give you they have given you their bed, so it has covers and things, but they are gone. So that's the outcome for coming here. You will find that somebody is always watching you. Somebody is always watching you. You know how peasants have lots of tools that they can use. Tools that are for ordinary tasks. You have to chop the wood. You have to take a long pole and rake some things out of the leaves or prop up something on the roof. You have to use a curved blade to cut, some other things like rope or something like that. You need those kinds of tools, but you're pretty sure that all the peasants don't have to have something like that all the time. You're pretty sure that someone might have something like that, but why does everyone seem to have a tool that could conceivably be repurposed for killing a person? Each one of them. So, and it's if you go on for say one night and one day, you'll find that gangs, little groups of peasants, are starting to hang around in the streets and roads.
So maybe while I'm arranging my bed, I noticed this kind of meetings and of strange tools, and I start talking with Minato, and I'm saying, I don't know Minato, but I'm starting to have some bad feelings about these people because they act like they are gathering.
They're looking like they're working on something they don't want us to know, or it's about us.
Or worse, because they want to kill us. But why should they? We didn't do anything to harm them.
There is a little child sitting. There's a window which folds open on one side of this little house, this little wooden house. And how could a child have come in and you didn't see? How could the window have opened? You are sure it was closed. But there is a little child now sitting on the edge of the window, partly inside and outside of the house.
Okay. I go to the child.
A very little child.
And I tell him, I'm Minato of the Red X. I'm here to know who rules this land. You know who is, or she is, or it is.
It's hard to say if this is a boy or a girl. The child laughs and laughs in a nice way, friendly way. Not like an evil, no, but it says a riddle. I love riddles. I love games. Will you play a game with us? we want to play a game with you. It will be fun. And says, I have to think about your riddle, but if you can catch me, I have to answer. There is a bang, like the gunpowder is just a bang in the air from nothing. There is no bullet, there is no explosion, just a bang. And now a little bird is flying away fast from the house, right from where the child was.
Okay, I think I will use one of my fate points to say that I'm an oracle, so I will foresee where this creature will be. So I will arrive before
he reaches it.
Yes.
And so, fantastic. So you say, I know where it's going, right?
We should go where it
Wonderful. And where it is?
That was, you said, one of your fate points. I believe we should clarify that was your only fate point.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Great powers.
Yes.
Okay, so the rest is you.
Don't worry.
All right, lucky one, you go first. Right?
I'm a very good sword master.
That's right.
I'm the guide.
So,
Do you want to try anything? Because if you are you going to follow where
yes,
leads?
because while we are leaving home, I'm looking around to see if someone is following us.
Oh, more than that, the reaction to the trails that you take, which go straight up the mountain through the forest.
I think I will take a different route from the creature
Okay. Yes, I see.
to be there before it arrives.
That's the trail I am talking about.
And I think I will have only kind of a sack with my exorcist tools and a little blade.
Yes, wakizashi. Yes. So
Because I don't want to
this big
to
thing.
to tell the people I'm going to war.
Right. Okay. Perfect. So up you go, and you are going to go with him.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going with him. I'm just.
And you are being watchful, which is good because that is why the people who are gathering respond badly to you doing this. And one of the people near the house shouts, and a bunch of the men come running, and some of them from down below in the street, others from up in the hills near you. So they are coming like this, and there are maybe as many as 8 or 9 of them, and they are running, and some of them have the spears, and some of them have the little axes, and they they are coming running through the woods at you, and you have a problem. What will you do?
The number, of course, is against us.
They are just peasants.
But we have two choices. We can run, of course, or we can use the woods. So, like
The woods where they have grown up in all their whole lives.
yes.
So if you choose,
Yes, but
Yes, of course I'm sword master.
yes,
And I can take them out, but at
you
least
are
one.
daring. You are daring.
Yes, I'm. This is no choice because I'm charging them outright.
There you go.
Yes, of course.
Now, I'm going to say, because you're daring, and because you are a sword master, and because I am thinking of this is where the trees are, there are many trees, but they are not quite thick. If you go up higher, the trees will be lots of trees are very close. Here, they are still a little bit far apart, the trees on the hillside. So therefore, you are able to dance among the trees and be able to control whether they can get you or not, and strike in the most effective way so they cannot gang up on you.
Yes,
Right? So that's what
was,
I'm thinking.
That was my strategy when I told we can use the roots.
Yes. So therefore, this is actually not so bad for you. The worst that can happen is that they will cut you off from him and hurt you a little. That's the worst that can happen. There's no way this gang in this condition can actually outfight you. They may be able to cut you off from them and ruin the whole plan of going together and hurt you a little bit, but that's the worst. So that is, I'm letting you know.
Yes, of course.
So we will roll, and the question is whether you will help or whether just let this go and continue with what you are doing. You do have a time limit, you know.
I think I will continue because I'm even a strategist, and I know that we need only one person to overcome the creature.
Right. Okay. So you glance over your shoulder. Okay. Death and destruction are back there. I get it. So,
Yes, I'm buying time, so I shall roll.
and it's all right there.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And can I see? Or will you look first?
The character fails, and the GM applies any negative consequences they had established.
My general cannot
But
be
you-
tried
Look
until-
at your fate score.
Yes, I have I am a bad player because I should have spent fate point before because with the sword master skill I could have overcome the obstacle, but I
You
cannot.
will if you want.
Excuse me.
You can do that if you want.
Uh,
Well, maybe we should just do this for fun.
Yes.
Okay.
We should. Yes, I can. I can
You
also.
can reroll one
Yes,
dice.
I can use my fate point to reroll the die. So I use it, and I note that now I have 2 fate points, and I reroll.
I think the gods have spoken.
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
And so you are lucky for a little bit.
Yes, of course.
And then you so another thing, you can choose to take a scar. Right? But wait, no, that's not true. A scar is when something really terrible is going to happen. This is not so terrible. We are not in Scarland yet. Okay? So good. You can choose to fail before the roll and gain a point of fate,
Yes.
but that is past. Okay. I'm just putting all the choices in my head in order.
Yes.
Now, so you are daring and you are able to kill enough of them so that the rest run away. But by the time that happens, you have been hit on the head and once or twice, and you are, and maybe, it's not your forest after all, and so there was some tough times in this when two or three got you at once. So you're a little battered, ow. And at this point you're like, okay, they ran away, bastards. Wait. Where was I? Where is this? I'm on a hillside. Well, they all look alike to you. So you are separated.
Yes, of course.
And so you are headed up to to you realize that you are walking up to this beautiful shrine, this holy shrine, and that is funny because nobody is there. And so you come to the shrine and you discover that there's this flat area that you step onto with an arch, and then there are places for the holy documents and the little statues to be put in their rows. All of them are in perfect order. And there are even incense and lanterns that have been lit properly. Except the body of the priestess is sprawled onto the floor, and somebody has treated the body very badly. The robe has been ripped open. So she has been in the last, not exactly fresh, at least in the last day.
Okay.
So it's pretty grotesque, pretty horrifying. A day-old corpse, and the blood is still sticky, but the first. The smell has set in, you know. So somebody has ripped open her body like with some kind of blade, just in almost like a very unprofessional, very unaristocratic, very brutal fashion. The body has been stripped somewhat. The clothes are still there, but somebody rips them open, and the contortions of the body shows that was the death wound, and she was alive and conscious when that happens. And so the terrible killing has happened here.
I think I will hide and catch the creature with surprise.
Okay.
To win this game.
Well, you get there certainly before the creature, and it will be, and your fate point, I think, is very precious, and I'm going to let it buy a lot.
No, I would like to describe how to do it.
Well, okay, but I was going to say that to finalize this, you're going to roll.
Yes.
But the worst that can happen is only that it will see you and acknowledge that you win, but you don't get to have it all your way. You know, you don't get to totally nab it.
Because he told me you must catch me.
Right.
I have only one dice, really.
Yes, you have always at most one die.
I kind of like the idea that the traits and things, they don't give you more chance. What they do is frame what can and cannot happen.
Yes.
But you are an oracle, and you are
Strategist.
a strategist.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? The worst that can happen is just that go ahead and roll. Very little bad can happen here. Very little. So, but it is the worst. It only means that when you appear, it is the little bird. It arrives as the little bird. Is before you, and you're going to grab it, and you can see it is the child is looking at you. So you didn't quite surprise, but everything else is in your favor, and the child says, "You win."
So he understood that I did something more than
exactly. So, but you didn't quite get the wonderful surprise grab that you wanted. But still, that's the worst that could happen.
I tell him I went to the village to ask offer my help, but they didn't want it. They're suspicious. Do you need my help? I see
Yes,
your...
yes, we will help. We will help. It's scary. Did you see? I can't look. And in fact, if you are anywhere near the shrine, the child will hide their face and will hold your clothes and try to get away so they don't have to look. It's bad.
Who did this?
The little spirit, because now you realize that not on the shrine, but in the woods, the trees that are near you, other little birds are all landed there and are looking. And this child will say, we points to the village and says, someone there, and they are all afraid too. It's mean now. It was nice before. It's mean. It's mean. We are all afraid. And then says, will Buddha punish us? Can you help us here? We will try to help you, but we are afraid.
I kneel in front of him and say, my reason of life is wipe out the evil from the world.
This is just a nature spirit. What is evil?
This, and I point at the shrine. This is evil.
Lesson learned. Oh.